In many different hobbies, there's a thing that we follow called etiquette. This is no different in the TCG space. I've been at card shows where $20 deals have almost resulted in fistfights. And honestly, both people were in the wrong. If you've ever had a trade or an interaction for a transaction be awkward, frustrating, or just straight up bad, there's a reason for that. There are unwritten rules in the card hobby. And today, we're gonna go through the ones people break all the time, even when they are some of the most tenured in the hobby. Let's get into it. So number one, respect versus leverage. If you are already trying to make the person feel like their cards are trash when they approach you at your table, you're already losing. Good vendors don't win deals by disrespect. They win by building trust. Here's a quick example. What you might not want to do. Hey, this card's kind of junk. I think I'd be at like 40 bucks. Nobody's really into this card. That's bad. What could be better might be something like, I'm seeing comps around 50, 60 bucks. I think I'd want to be about maybe 40. What do you think? Never frame the other person in the deal's belongings, collections, whatever it might be, as something that is not valued, because to them, it might mean everything. Okay, let's get into number two. This is gonna be fair deals versus winning. Everybody wants to, quote unquote, win the trade. Everybody wants to make money. The people who last the longest in this industry are the ones who make everybody feel good about the deal that was being made. If you want to be a successful vendor, online personality, have a successful Facebook business or successful reputation in the Discord space, even in the YouTube space, putting short-term gain over reputation, it's a mistake. Number one, you're gonna see the same people again locally. You'll probably see them regionally, and you might even watch them every week on YouTube. Losing a little on a deal now can help you to get better deals moving forward for the long term. Keep that in mind. Okay, this one could probably be number one because there's so much of it going on right now, but we'll put it at number three, and that's dealing with people online. Everyone knows that you can't set up and be a vendor or go to a card show as an attendee every single day of the week. You probably only get one shot at it a week if you're lucky. What's the one thing that we can do every single day though? We can essentially set up and be vendors, posting our things on Discord, Facebook, eBay, online, even Instagram, every single day of the week. Here are some big call outs for not screwing things up online. Number one, ghosting people after agreeing to a deal or changing the terms of the deal after they've been agreed upon. I see this one as the primary problem with dealing online. Nobody at the vendor table can walk away from you and then not come back to their table after the deal has been agreed to. However, when you're dealing with someone online, maybe on Instagram or on Discord, I'm looking at you, Ricky. Sorry, had to air you out a little bit here. You can't just leave them hanging or change the terms of the deal without it looking sloppy. Even people who do this full time, sometimes they get it wrong, and going back on your word, it just does not look good for anyone involved. This is similar, but it's not the exact same, and it's asking for holds and then vanishing. What do I mean by asking for holds? This is essentially saying, hey, I am promising to buy X item, could be any item. Hey, I'm gonna buy your booster box, I'm gonna buy your first partner illustration box, I'm gonna buy your PSA 10 Mega Gengar, whatever it might be, and saying, hey, I'm getting paid on Tuesday. Can you hold it for me until then? Which might be let's say this is Wednesday and you're saying you need them to wait until another week, but you're good for the money. And then they hold up to their end of the bargain and keep the card or the box or whatever for you, and then you vanish. Don't do it. It's gonna ruin your reputation. Okay, number three, not confirming deals clearly. That just means maybe you say, hey, let's do the PF Pokemon Center ETB. Now, are you referring to Phantasmal Flames or Paldean Fates? Two very different products and two very different price points. I think the Paldean Fates is even $250 north of the Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center ETB. So if that is something that you're either working into a trade or just purchasing outright, please be very careful with that deal. Lastly, poor shipping communication. If you're not clear on when things are gonna get shipped out and what service you're gonna be using, you need to start doing that. Time is money in this industry, and people deserve to know when your item is going to ship out to become their item. A good practice to always put in place is send a photo of the tracking number as soon as you get done printing that label and applying it to the package. That'll keep you protected and it'll keep them in the loop. All right guys, we're gonna do a little quick practice to see if you've been following along. This is just gonna be a who was in the wrong type of segment. Here's the scenario, the comp argument. Person A and person B are at a show. Person A has a card and they valued it at $100. They valued it that way because of one single eBay recent sale. Person B comes up and they have multiple comps to look at. They have seen that there are multiple comps ranging from $70 to $80 for the vast majority of those deals, but there is the one outlier at $100. Person B offers to person A a purchase price of $75 to meet the median of $70 to $80. Person A refuses. They quickly say, no, this is a $100 card. I'm not interested in your offer. Thanks, but no thanks, and walks off. Who's in the wrong here? Honestly, person A is in the wrong. Using one high recent sale as the one and only comp when you can see that the vast majority of prices have been from 70 to 80 is just not a good way to go about your business. And truly, it's just not how comps work. Person B made a fair, data-backed offer. There was no pressure, didn't do anything like that. It was very professional. Now, to be fair, person A doesn't have to take the deal, but they should understand that that is how comps work. If you do plan to price your cards high, you should at least be honest about where the market is. Okay, here's a probably even more fun one. Scenario number 2. We'll call this the Oyama's trading scenario. Person A, Drewski's Cards, proposes a price for 2 PSA 10 slabs. Person B, Oyama's Trading. They agree to take the deal and offer $10 for shipping in return. They have basically said, the cards are yours, let's do the deal. The cards are locked in, the addresses have not been exchanged quite yet, but the deal is done because person A, Drewski's Cards, has agreed to the terms. A few hours later, person B comes back, probably with a better offer for one of the cards, and says, I'm so sorry, this card is no longer available. Somebody had made an offer and they're going to get it. Would you still like that second card? Who's in the wrong here, guys? It's pretty obvious. This one's simple. It's gonna be person B who backed out of the agreed upon deal. Once a deal is agreed upon, it matters more than the market moving a couple bucks and getting a little bit more out of the card that you are going to sell for a lesser price. If you back out on your first deal with someone just because of a price change, no one's going to trust you. And I hate to be that guy, but I'm probably never gonna wanna do business with you again. These are simple things that we can't get wrong. It doesn't matter if you had told someone earlier in the day that you were gonna do a deal with them. The best thing you can do is once a deal is fully agreed upon and both parties have agreed to make that deal, you either need to be transparent about it on the front end or just honor the second deal that you have confirmed is good to go. Okay, number 4, this one should be straightforward and hopefully I don't even have to expound too much on this, but be honest, call out real behavior people recognize. For example, if you are zooming in on comps to find the highest last sale or hiding a corner ding even on a card, this does not look good. Don't cherry pick your comps. Don't provide vague condition descriptions. Be detailed and show flaws clearly. Point them out while the buyer is still standing there. They will have so much more respect for you if you do this. And even if they decide not to buy that card, knowing that you are truthful, they will probably try and buy something else from you. Okay, number 5, Don't be weird about counters. What do I mean by counters? I'm talking about counter offers. Someone says, hey, I see that you have a sticker at $300. I'd like to offer you $290. You want to come back and counter that offer? Don't be weird about it. Some people treat counter offers like personal attacks. Guys, it's not that serious. Here's an example of a bad response. Hey, I want to counter back at $285. Can I do that? No, don't do that. Here's an example of a good thing that you could say. Hey, I think I would like to be at $285 on this card. Can we get there? I'd probably be closer to $295. Is there any way we can get there? Be respectful, don't take it personally. Everyone is just trying to make it a good deal for themselves. Work with them, and if it doesn't work, just be respectful. That's it. Okay, number 6. This is a big one. It's an important one because some people have never gone to these even if they have been at shows. That's gonna be trade night etiquette and behavior at trade nights. Trade nights have their own rules that you have to play by. And if you break them, people will notice fast. Number 1, this one should go without saying. Don't interrupt deals. If you see two people working together, and even if they have something that you've been looking for all night, don't even walk up and act like an interested party. If you want to wait until the deal is done, be respectful of their space, let them complete the transaction. If it doesn't happen, then politely interject yourself and say, hey, as soon as you guys were done, I saw something I thought I might like. Can we talk about it? As long as the deal is over, it's okay. Number 2, don't be that guy that puts pressure on someone mid-decision. If someone is working a big deal with you and there's a lot of money on the line, and I know a lot is subjective, but bear with me. If there is a lot on the line potentially, don't put someone under the gun. Never run into a situation where you might say to someone, well, Tim over there has offered me a really big number and he's waiting on me to work this deal with you, so I need you to make a decision. It's bad etiquette, it doesn't look good. People will remember how you treated them and they will probably not work with you in the future. And if they have friends who come to shows and they hear how that deal went down, their friends might not want to deal with you either. So just don't do it. Last piece on this, be respectful of people's time. Know that everybody is busy, everybody is trying to make deals, and if you're comping out a bunch of things during the middle of a busy trade night, try and be quick. Obviously, if it's a huge deal, you want to be thorough, you want to get prices all correct, but at the same time, just be respectful of people's time. If you are asking someone to do a bunch of comping for you and you know that you're not going to be close on price, maybe start to figure that out early as you're going through the comps. That way you don't price out 50, 60 cards and then you can't even make a deal. It's going to be a waste of everybody's time involved. Okay, number 7, red flags. If you see any of these, walk away, move to the next deal. Number 1, someone who is constantly changing the terms of the deal. If this starts to happen while you're mid transaction, get out of there. Number 2, fake urgency. Hey, I really gotta go. My ride's picking me up in 20 minutes. Come on, can we get this deal done? Let them know that you would politely like to take your time on the deal. It's important for you that you are thorough. And of course, you do want to be respectful of someone's time, but if they're creating this fake urgency, just say, it's probably better that we do a deal a different time. Number 3, refusing better photos. If someone is trying to work a deal with you and they're not okay with better photos, get out of there. Lastly, overcomplicating simple trades. It doesn't always have to be super detailed. If you guys can agree on a percentage that everybody is happy with for a trade, keep it that way. You don't have to parse everything out. I would just be careful of this with some people. To round it all out, I want to close this by saying the best traders, vendors, so on and so forth, are not the ones who try to win every single deal. These are the people that everyone wants to deal with again and again and again because they have fair prices, easy deals, and more than anything, they keep their word. Just like stepping on someone's line on the putting green in golf is a big no-no, many of the things that we talked about today are the exact same thing when it comes to the trading card hobby. Guys, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope for new folks to the hobby, this does help. If you haven't been to your first card show, or if you just started selling your cards online, keep these things in mind. If they were helpful, I'd love if you left me a comment and let me know. Always, I would ask that you like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. I'm very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're about 20 away. Would mean the world to me if you help me get there. As always, this is Drewski's Cards. I hope to see you guys in a new one soon, and peace.